Hi everyone, my name is Mati Greenspan. I'm the Senior Market Analyst in eToro, and today we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies and how to trade them. We're going to walk you through how to open and close a trade, as well as a few strategies. And I'm going to introduce you to a few people on the eToro social trading network who are trading cryptocurrencies successfully, who you can talk to and even copy if you like. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about what is a cryptocurrency. Well, it's a currency, right? Let's think about a dollar bill. So you have a dollar bill, you give it to somebody else, and you've basically transferred value. Why does a dollar bill have value? Only because everybody on the planet believes that it has value. Everybody knows what a dollar bill is worth. It's worth $1. Cryptocurrencies is basically a digital asset. So think about lines of code that you simply transfer from one person to another in order to transfer value. And because other people believe that it has value, that's how you can transfer the value. Now, cryptocurrencies rely on something called a blockchain, which is a ledger, or think about a big spreadsheet where all of the transactions on the network occur. And everybody can see everybody else's transaction, and that way, whenever a transaction is made, everybody knows it happens, and then it's recorded for all time. This is one of the most, or probably the most volatile market and fast-paced moving markets since the beginning of time. Why? Because it's come on the market so quickly and so suddenly. Think about gold. Gold's been around for thousands of years, or since the beginning of time, so people have always been trading it. There's an issue of supply and demand. When there's too little crude oil in the world, people tend to up their price, and that's how price discovery works, based on supply and demand. With cryptocurrencies, the price discovery is on steroids, basically, because what's a cryptocurrency worth? If you give it to some milk farmer in the middle of nowhere who's got nowhere to spend it, it's not worth anything. It's just something digital that doesn't touch their life. But if you go up to anybody on Wall Street and say, look, I'll give me $10 and I'll give you 0.004 of a Bitcoin, they're going to jump on that opportunity because they know its value and they have where to spend it. They have where to what to do with it. Let's go ahead and open up a trade. Now in eToro, we're trading two cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're actually trading on something called a CFD, which means you're not actually buying the coin itself, but rather you're trading on it in order to take advantage of the price movement. It simply makes it much more simple to trade because you don't have to open up a digital wallet and then think about where to transfer it and all of those type of things, but rather you can just open and close a trade very quickly and instantaneously on the eToro platform. Now, I already have Bitcoin and Ethereum in my watch list. If you don't have them in your watch list already, you just go ahead and type in the search bar. You can search for just about any market in eToro. If you want to trade Apple or Facebook, or if you want to trade the Dow Jones, you just search for it. Or if you want to search for a person on the network, the same way. But right now I have them already in my watch list. So let's go ahead and open up a trade. The sell button. This is what a lot of new people come in and ask. Selling means sell short. That means if you think that the price is high and you anticipate that it's going to fall, you open up a sell position and then you close that position out later on at a lower price in order to make a profit. Right now, I'm not about to sell these currencies short. Let's go ahead and open up a trade on Ethereum. Ethereum is, for those of you who are not familiar, is kind of Bitcoin 2.0. It allows for something called a smart contract. So think about it as money that understands or knows if a specific parameter is fulfilled. And then only if those parameters are fulfilled, then it sends the money to who and when it's programmed to do. So think about it as programmable money. And this has been gaining extreme popularity lately. Actually, we added Ethereum into eToro in January. In February, it crossed $11 a coin. It got to $12 a coin for the first time ever. Now we're talking about March 16th. Today's the date of the video. It's already at $40 a coin. That's a 350% rise in just the span of a month. So this is kind of like some of you might recall what happened to Bitcoin in 2013. It went from $3 a coin up to $140 a coin in a week. And this is why I'm telling you this is one of the most fast-paced markets that you'll likely ever get into in your life. So let's go ahead and open up a transaction here. In the amount section, you'll write the amount of the trade. That's the amount of money that you're putting on this investment. Go ahead and put 500. The next thing that you want to do is you can either add a leverage. That's up to you. The leverage is basically a buying power. It gives you more buying power for the transaction. So for example, with $500, we buy 15 coins of Ethereum. If we do times 2, we're basically doubling our buying power. So instead of just 15 coins, you get 30 coins. Now, of course, leverage only adds to the risk, but also adds to the potential reward. For Ethereum, we have up to 2 times leverage. For Bitcoin, we have up to 5 times leverage. Some of the currencies you can find, we have even 400 times leverage. So that basically, of course, increases your profit if you're correct, but also it makes the trade a lot more risky. Next thing we're going to do is set a take profit on the trade. Now, take profit basically says at what point do I want to get out of the trade if it goes in my favor. So you can either set the take profit as a rate. So if the price goes up to $48.74 per coin, I'm going to make $250. Or you can set it as an amount. So let's say I will get out once I make $1,000. Okay, and that means that if I make $1,000, the rate will need to get to $73.38 per coin. Now, it's now at $40 for the first time ever. Will it get to 73? I don't know, maybe, but this is what speculation is all about. And we know that it is an incredibly fast-paced market. So go ahead. The next thing you'll want to do is to set your stop loss. A stop loss is the same thing as a take profit, but meaning that you've lost money. At what point do I get out? And at this point, I want to set my stop loss very close to the current price at $50. Okay? That would mean that if it goes down to $38.42, then I'll get out $50 loss, $1,000 gain. That's a very high risk to reward ratio. But when the prices are surging, and when they're moving as fast as Ethereum is right now, that actually, in some weird way, makes a bit of sense. The next thing you want to do, actually, one thing that can help you is an additional tool called the trailing stop loss. For those of you who are not familiar, the trailing stop loss will follow the price as long as it moves in your favor. But if the price goes against you, will actually stay still. So let's say if the price goes right now, it's at $39.85, and it shoots up to 100, the stop loss will continue following my price. But as soon as it retraces and falls $50 against me, it'll get me out. So if it goes up $1,000 and then falls another $50, I'll get out with a $950 profit. So that's an excellent tool to use when the prices are moving this incredibly fast. Go ahead and open up the trade and share it on the network. And then you go over to the portfolio where you can see it now in my portfolio. If you have more than one trade, it's going to group them all together in my portfolio. This is all of the things I'm copying several different people here, and I have a trade on the New Zealand dollar. This is everything that's in my portfolio. If we click on Ethereum, then we'll get a breakdown of all the transactions. Right now I only have one. So it's one line here, and these are the totals up here. But if I add more trades, they'll add as another line and another line and another line. We can also edit our take profit or our stop loss. We can turn off the trailing stop loss if we like to, or change the take profit. For now, we're going to leave it because we've just set it. And then you can to close the trade. You simply click on the X. If you want to, deviate from your strategy and you say, okay, at this point I want to get out, or you saw something that made you want to get out of the market, or either in profit or in loss. You can close it at any time. Just click the red button. And we're out. So that's how simple it is to open and close the trade. Next, I want to talk about how to get information and when to trade. So first of all, as we mentioned, the cryptocurrencies are based on a network. The strength and the value of the currencies are based on the strength and the value of the network. So the more people that know about these currencies, the more people who start to use them in their day-to-day life, the more developers you have who create applications that rely on these technologies, that strengthens the network. You can find these people on various groups on social media. If you type in the search bar of Facebook or Twitter or Reddit, anything about Bitcoin, Ethereum, or cryptocurrencies, you're going to find a lot of different groups, a lot of different people that you can follow and learn from and get plugged in. It's kind of like you get plugged into this information. But it's all about community. And on eToro, we also have a community. Basically, that's how social trading works as well. And if you go to the Bitcoin or Ethereum walls on eToro, you're going to also, that's actually where I get a lot of my information from, is I read it, and a lot of the time it's posted by one of these people onto eToro network, and they kind of tell us what's going on. Well, there was some project called the Hyperledger, which might rely on the Ethereum network, or the Ethereum network might get an upgrade called Casper, which is pretty cool, and it's going to cause the price to skyrocket. That's the kind of conversations you'll see on the eToro, Ethereum, and Bitcoin walls. Big Fish is actually in Switzerland. He's been in Bitcoin mining since the very beginning, and now he's a Bitcoin banker. But you can see him trading also on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Jay Nemesis is a video game developer in the UK, virtually a rock star on the platform and in the United Kingdom. Very technically minded, so definitely plugged into those communities that we talked about. Liam Davis has made 121% returns over the last year. Excellent stats. You can see he's trading very heavily on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, Yoni Assia. Yoni is the founder and CEO of eToro. He's the one who created the eToro network and has been obviously added the cryptocurrencies onto them. And he's been involved in cryptocurrencies as well since the very beginning. He actually put a post on Facebook the other day saying, I was involved in Bitcoin when it was $1 per coin. Now it's trading at $1,200. Why didn't I buy more? Well, that's one of the main reasons Ethereum is taking off right now, because a lot of people like Yoni are seeing this as a second chance to get in on the ground floor of something amazing. This video comes with an incredible risk disclaimer. Okay, past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing in leveraged products carries a high degree of risk. This is the most risky market that you could ever get into. You definitely don't want to take your entire life savings and buy Bitcoin with it. That's not a good plan. But while things are moving this quickly, even with a small investment, you can make it go very far, very fast, if you with a little bit of experience, knowledge, or a little bit of luck. Have an awesome day.